Hello folks, tonight I feel like making something lazy, so I've got me some hamburger meat here. I got me a can of mixed vegetables. I got a can of diced new potatoes. I've got a package of French's brown gravy mix. I got 2 pie crusts, and this is 5 pounds of ground chuck, which I have cooked. And I'm only going to use 1 pound of it, and I'm going to use the rest of it for something else. I went ahead and just cooked it all up at one time. So let me get 1 pound of that out and get these veggies drained, and we'll be on our way. Okay, here's a pound of meat for me. There's a pound of meat for Ernie's pie, and I left 2 pounds of meat in there. I'll let that get cold, and then I'll divide it up. I started out with 5 pounds, y'all, and I figured after it's cooked, and I wanted Ernie's to drain some, I figure that's still about 1 pound after you figure all that grease is cooked out of there. So let me get to my next step. Okay, the directions on the gravy say to add it to 1 cup water and to bring it to a boil. So that's what we're doing here. And I should have got a bigger pot. I didn't realize I had such a small pot, because I still got to put those veggies in there. So let's bring this up to a boil, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, y'all, I went and switched to a bigger pot. There's that gravy, and I have stirred it, and it's thickened. So, geez, I'm a little uncoordinated today. So now, I'm going to add the drained meat. So let's get that stirred in. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, it's smelling good too, y'all. So now I'm going to drain these mixed vegetables, and I'm going to drain the potatoes. Now the reason I got extra potatoes is because Ernie likes potatoes. So now I'm going to drain these right here, and I am going to put them in with the meat. So there we go. I've got the hamburger meat in there with the brown gravy, and I added my can of drained veggies and my can of drained potatoes, and we're going to stir this up real good, and we're going to get some heat on those veggies. We're going to cook this a little bit so we take some of the tinny flavor out of the veggies. I've got a thirsty dog there in the background, y'all. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He's the drinkingest dog I've ever known. So, let me get some heat on this, and I'll show you how much I'm going to do, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, y'all, we got some good cook on this. Now, I did not salt or pepper the meat when I was cooking it. This whole big batch of meat there, I didn't put any spices in it. So now, I'm going to put some salt and some pepper. And of course, since this is Ernie's, I ain't putting no garlic. But now what I'm going to do is I am going to spoon this into this pie shell, and then I'm going to cover it with this pie shell. Now, usually my problem starts when I try to take this second pie shell out of the pan. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll bring you back. So there's pie number 1. Well, I'm only making 1. So now I will put this pie crust on top. So looky there, y'all. That came out really good. I'm going to make me a vent hole up here on the top. So all the steam can escape. And I'm going to put it in my oven according to the pie shell directions, which is 375. So I'll bring you back. Here's that trick I use with this aluminum foil. I'm going to take the aluminum foil off now. And I'm going to cook it, I'm going to say about 15 more minutes. So we'll be back. Okay, folks, here it is out of the oven. Boy, that looks mighty good. Yeah, that's a good looking hamburger pie there. But we got to let it cool off a little bit before we can cut into it. So we'll bring you back and let Ernie do his official taste test. Okay, y'all, the first piece is always the hardest to get out. So I'm going to have to get a big spoon and kind of spoon it out. So hold on. So there you go. I guess we could call it a hamburger casserole. I had to dig that piece out of there. But now Ernie, there's Ernie's dinner. He's got the hamburger pie. And he's got himself a little green salad with some tomatoes. So go ahead, Ernie, and do an official taste test. And see what you think. Well, that's just the crust, honey. Get you some... Get all the goodies in there. So what do you think? Well, what? 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 So there you go, y'all. Hamburger pie with ground chuck and veggies and brown gravy. Thanks for watching. Bye.